on to GTV Africa, right from the National Assembly, and this is Inside National Assembly. I'll be bringing to you happenings from the National Assembly, and today I'm with somebody I'm sure you would love to meet. A man who has done well in his calling. Just last week, or very recently, the news about him came out in another dimension. I'm talking of Right Honorable Sunday. He's going to introduce himself properly because I don't want to take that shine away from him. Join me as we discuss with Right Honorable Sunday. Honorable Sunday, good day to you.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How are you doing?
I'm fine, and you?
I love to say honorable that are very young in physical outfit and young at heart.
Yeah.
I'm not saying those each one are not are good, but looking at you, who are you?
All right, thank you so much, and thank you, my dear listeners. My name is Honorable Barrister Sunday Sumeha. I speak for and on behalf of the people of the Federal Constituency, and I'm here representing them, not to represent them, but representing them already here in the National Assembly. So that's just simply about who I am.
I'm sure you are married.
100% married, blessed with kids, and enjoying a very good family.
Nice to hear that.
Yes.
Looking at you, you are very young.
Well, yes, of course I'm young by every application. I thank God for it.
I'd like to know your journey.
Okay, thank you. Well, let me start by saying that I read law at the Enugu State University of Science and Technology. I graduated in 2007. Immediately after that, I proceeded to the Nigerian Law School, Abuja campus, where I did my law school program. I was called to bar in the year 2008. After being called to the bar, I served Nigeria for 1 year. And after being discharged, I went into robust legal practice that started from 2009. I was partly with EK and Associates. I worked there for 2 years before I joined Antonia SAN, where I spent not less than 8 years. And thereafter, I founded my own law firm, which is SCA Bibeha & Co., a very strong and multi-dimensional law firm. Today we have not less than 12 lawyers in that firm. I'm no longer there, but we have the managing solicitors and head of chambers managing the firm. And so far they are doing well. The firm is still very strong, and the client base is so wide. So my journey into politics started in 2011 when I was elected as a councillor. I represented my ward, Oyo Ward 1, popularly called Kamamanko Ward, in the Eziago Legislative Council. That was from 2012 to 2015. In 2015, while still serving as a second-term councillor, I contested for House of Assembly. That is, I ran for the primaries of House of Assembly. Then I was a member of PDP. That primaries saw me, contesting against an incumbent House of Assembly member at that time. That is Honorable Barrister Cecilia Zilo. To a large extent, we had an understanding because the party welded in, and they also directed that she should be allowed to go for her second tenure. I should just give her the opportunity. After much I heeded to it, we went for primaries. It was a formality. She came first, I came second. We were only two that took part in that primaries. So shortly after that primary election, the then governorship candidate of PDP in Enugu State in 2015 general election, His Excellency Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi, chose Honorable Barrister Mrs. Cecilia Zilo as her running mate in that election, thereby creating vacancy, vacuum in the House of Assembly seat of the Eziago State constituency. And as at the time that event occurred, the time for conduct of primaries had elapsed, the INEC guideline or timetable. So the party had no option than to take the second person in their primaries. Unfortunately, I saw what I described as the highest, political calamity, where the party, state managed by certain anti-democratic elements, chose somebody who did not take part in that primary election and who did not observe any other primary election. They handpicked somebody else, sponsored it. I felt so bad, I wasn't so happy, but I have no option than to see it as one of those things we see in our democratic journey. So I had to, recite to faith and kept on looking to God, because the power belongs to God and God gives it to whoever He wishes. So yes. I had no option than to, keep faith. So in 2022, in my quest to still represent my people, I'm believing that our people are in their need of effective representation. And when I talk about effective representation, I'm looking at the infrastructural decadence that has taken over my people, because we come to my local government Eziago. We don't have good roads, we don't have access to clean water, we don't have good hospitals, no strong primary health care, no strong medical institution. As we are lacking in every aspect of human endeavor. And we had some people who had been in this system since 1999, when this Fourth Republic came on board. And I felt probably that we should look for somebody who is patriotic, who actually will go in there for the sole interest of our people, not necessarily about how to enrich yourself. So, as a young man, I decided to take the bull by the horn. I signaled the intention to contest, knowing fully well my party then was PDP. I came, I bought form. We were about 12 or 10 that were gearing up for the primaries for House of Representatives, the Eziago constituency, and PDP. Some people were calling me a madman. How did I think that I would beat some of the heavyweights in that context? Because in that context, you have the then chief of staff of the governor, running Dr. Festus Suso. You have the as at that time, the incumbent deputy governor of the state, whom I earlier contested in the.
Still want to pick up?
It's not still want to pick up. Taking part in the campaign
as a deputy governor.
As a deputy governor, you understand? We also have very strong people in the race. I answered, well, a young man like you, how much do you have? What do you think you can do to get this? I said, well, I'm confident that I'm going to win this. You see, so I wasn't deterred by their presence alongside others. So we all campaigned, we met the delegates, talked to our people. Shockingly, when the primaries came, it was a selection and not a primary election. So I was disillusioned. I was heartbroken because I thought it was an exercise where the delegates whom I have talked to, who've actually marketed our manifestos, our heartbeats, what we intend to do for our people too. And I was very convinced that had the enabling playing ground, the environment been made available, that definitely I'm going to have the day. Unfortunately, there was no election. We went there. On the process, I asked them where is the original results because I've gotten a hint that the original result sheet is not with us. That is somewhere at there was a hotel called Mantibi. Even the room number I was told. So it's better that I don't just waste my time and money. Then the delegate list, I also demanded for them, let me know who are the delegates. Are they truly the accredited delegates certified by? So many vices pollute that process. At the end of the day, I told them that I cannot be part of this shambles called primaries. I boycotted it midway into it because they've not started. It was in the course of accreditation that I was asking all these questions, and none of those things have been answered. And I said, no, if you don't provide it, you can't go on. So some people said, I'm here to make trouble, I'm here to provide. They know it's fight, and I came to. Actually, it's not going. I want to take part, but let the exercise be credible. So that even if I lose, I will go to the winner and congratulate him. I'll work for him. I know that actually he won truly the popularity of the delegate. So when that was not the order of the case, I boycotted, granted a press conference, and left the process. The next thing was I was still hell bent on looking for a way to challenge them because I know that process was not credible. So I know whoever comes out from that process does not represent the interests of the people. So if you have another platform where you can challenge the person, the people will exercise their rights or their options. So Labour came out that we all joined Labour. I campaigned locally, things panned out well. That process, that PDP primary, the chief of staff won. They selected him, not even winning. So he was the candidate of PDP in the main election. And then I was the candidate of the Labour Party for that same election. We also have other candidates from APC and other political parties. So we ran for it as God may have it. The people spoke, and they spoke loudly, and I won that election. Not only winning, it was a true reflection of the will of the people, because I have no Abraham as a father in that process. I have no godfather. The people were my godfathers. So they stood by me. At the end of the day, there was several attempts made, even from the point of declaration to see if the results would be thwarted, to see if they would be changed. The same anti-democratic forces came heavily on me, but the people and the youths who resisted it and were willing to give our lives to defend the mandate. They didn't succeed. There was a well-crafted antics to rob that victory through the court. They went to court against us. Being in possession of massive stolen wealth, they took me to tribunal for no just cause. They had no grounds, no reasonable cause for me to have it taken. At the end of the day, my election was annulled at tribunal and I went to appeal. I was still looking unto God and to the people. We were all praying together. At the end of the day, God also spoke again for the second time. And he said, this is my son whom I'm well pleased. So,
And hopefully that your name is Sunday.
yes. And the decision of the tribunal was overturned. The Court of Appeal affirmed my declaration by INEC. So that's my journey to this place. I came under the platform of the Labour Party, and I have remained in the party till last recently, when I resigned my membership of the party and defected to APC. So that's the journey to this place.
And now you are APC member.
Full-fledged member of APC.